A pageant crown is built to capture every light in the room and focus it on a single person. Its design is a tool for visibility. The U.S. United Pageant utilizes that focus to amplify a specific public health mission, turning a symbol of personal achievement into a megaphone for breast cancer awareness. By placing this mission on a traditional pageant stage, advocates reach an audience that might otherwise never engage with clinical health data. But to see why this specific stage matters, we have to look past the rhinestones and at the systemic healthcare barriers that leave thousands of women in the dark. This machine is the only definitive way to detect breast cancer early. For many, it's the difference between a treatable diagnosis and a terminal one. Yet for a significant number of women, the machine remains out of reach. They live with the physical uncertainty of a potential health scare because they cannot access the definitive answer a screening provides. As this chart illustrates, the primary barrier isn't a lack of concern or a fear of the results, it is the cost. When a woman cannot afford the out-of-pocket expense of the test, she is effectively locked out of the detection system. Because these women aren't entering clinics, healthcare providers cannot reach them through traditional medical channels. Advocacy must move out of the hospital and into the community to find them. Bridging this gap requires an outreach strategy that meets women where they already are, rather than waiting for them to overcome a financial hurdle they cannot clear. In 2003, Marcia Mickens found a lump. She entered the same cycle of testing and waiting that defines so many breast cancer scares. Her results were negative. She didn't have cancer, but the experience changed how she viewed the healthcare landscape. Marcia realized she had the privilege of an answer. She could afford the test that provided her with peace of mind, a basic level of certainty that is financially impossible for millions of others. At the time, Marcia was already immersed in the world of pageantry and event planning, having competed herself well into her 40s. She saw an opportunity to use her expertise in large-scale events to address the screening gap she had just narrowly navigated herself. Inspired by radio discussions about community service, Marcia founded the U.S. United Pageant as a way to merge spectacle with service. She removed the varied personal causes found in typical pageants and replaced them with a single requirement: every contestant must champion breast cancer awareness. The pageant uses the draw of a high-stakes competition to deliver direct information on screening resources and funding options to an audience that might not seek it out elsewhere. This structure coordinates the influence of every participant, creating a network of women who spend the year ensuring their local communities are screened and informed. Marcia took the existing framework of an aesthetic competition and converted it into a mechanism for large-scale health advocacy. Today, the U.S. United Pageant operates as a continuous movement, maintaining its focus on breast cancer awareness throughout the year. The results are visible in the growing number of women who have accessed screenings and treatment through the organization's outreach. This chart tracks the expanding reach of that community-led effort. The enduring legacy of this work is a growing sisterhood of women who actively intervene to ensure their peers are seen and protected by the healthcare system. For a grassroots initiative to continue its reach, it requires a steady influx of new leaders to step onto the stage. To wear the U.S. United Crown is to take on the responsibility of a public health advocate. The organization is currently searching for the next queen to take up this mission and lead the next wave of awareness. The deadline for new applicants is approaching. All applications must be submitted by July 5th. If you are ready to use your voice to help women get the screenings they need, apply now and help find the next leader.